We have it. We finally have it. It's here. We are going to do a lyrical analysis now of the full album. I don't know what any of these songs are about except for Perfume of the Timeless. So it'll be really interesting. I'm going to try to gather my own meaning from the songs first, and then I'll look at some of the annotations and information about each song to see if I was close. We're going to start with the first track, Yesterwynde. Out of the darkness and into the bright light, we carry the ties that we bind to you. I am the broken, blooming bow, the countless sunsets of a lost world. See me, so alike we are, you and us, soon. See me, see you, on an island of a shipless crew. And that's it. On an island of a shipless crew. So alike we are, you and us, soon. Okay, I think it's just generally getting at time. Also, I'm getting a little hints of evolution, hints of our ancestors, the themes that were explored in Perfume of the Timeless. Out of the darkness and into the bright light, we carry the ties that we bind to you. I think that's referring to the chain of ancestry, descendants, is my assumption. I do apologize for the sunlight creating some weird lighting here. I can't really help that. So I appreciate you sticking with me. The countless sunsets of a lost world. So like we are, you and us, soon. That's the part that gives me evolution vibes. So alike we are, as in, you know, the apes, etc. You know, they're our ancestors too, in a way. All the different animals on an island of a shipless crew. An island of a shipless crew. Is that Earth? I assume that's Earth. Because we are the shipless crew. We didn't need a ship to get here, or did we? Not according to these lyrics, but that's a cool metaphor. An island of a shipless crew. Yeah, because we just kind of, we grew out from the island. That's neat. That's really cool. Okay, let's move along to the second track. This is An Ocean of Strange Islands, my favorite song on the album. Surprised to see there aren't any annotations or extra info about this song yet. First one. A mariner under a sky, moonlit, on an island of a crewless ship. Okay, now it's an island of a crewless ship. Okay, a few decades of immortality ahead. A one-man crew for a one-way trip. Islands, islands everywhere. I keep my range with crowded sails. My waves, they kiss every shore I land. Steep cliffs will mock my waving hand. Verse 2. Islanders, villagers, universal mariners, calling me, guiding me. Monsters far beneath, hurricanes on the way, lunatic weather vanes, shipwrecked lovers on a faraway quay, passing by butterflies, fluttering for a day, jokers, jesters, goddesses, hominidae, deep delicious blue beneath, I'll steer wherever tomorrow is near. An ocean of strange islands. I think that this song is about the early days of the Earth, where really it was just an ocean of islands and really nothing else. But it's really hard to say if this is a more general celebration of life and evolution or if it's about something very specific. But the actual poetry of it and the writing is really lovely. It rolls off the tongue, as always. You know, Tuomas is an amazing lyricist. This line, shipwrecked lovers on a faraway quay. I need to look up what that word means. Quay. A low bank or reef of coral, rock, or sand. Wow. The vocabulary is hitting. Passing by butterflies, fluttering for a day. Hominidae. What's hominidae? Yeah, apes, primates. Okay, I really do think it is getting at just the ancient history of the Earth, the immortality. A few decades of immortality ahead. Why a few decades? That doesn't seem like a very long time. I think maybe just that is the lifespan of a human. Could it be about the life of a human before civilization? Because, yeah, it does talk about islanders, villagers, universal mariners. This was around the time people were exploring, sailing the Earth. Maybe it's about the time when people, I'm starting to get a picture of it now. It's when the world was still a mystery largely to us humans, and we were exploring the Earth, We didn't know what was around every corner. We didn't know how big the earth was. So much land to discover and conquer, unfortunately. But it's really getting at just the magic of the earth being perceived as an ocean of strange islands. We really didn't know what the deal was. Steep cliffs will mock my waving hand. I think that's just getting at the awe of a new cliff, a new shore. I'll steer wherever tomorrow is near. Yeah, always searching, sailing, looking ahead. I'm starting to get the picture now. Let's see how it continues. Light a beacon so I can navigate through the tempest, through the madness. Light a home fire for the sad man with a begging hand. Light a beacon so I can navigate through the tempest, through the quintet, ride on the highest wave, bring me to life. To them who dance in the daylight. Continuing that theme that I was just discussing, I think. Chorus. Sail and seek the starbound key, calling you, calling me to be part of your story. Cool. Yeah, just humans looking for each other, looking for other humans around the world. Here, raining ash to cover the dead, an island of the past wrecks, of you, of the endless sundown, hemlock meadows, deepest quicksand, empty harbour by a wasteland, mirrors, mirrors everywhere, for you, of mad despair. An island of the past wrecks of you, of the endless sundown. This verse is getting towards some kind of darkness in the soul, like it says despair or depression. It goes on. Friends who were, for a time, now grapes of sour wine, lords of a single fly, still I rue no island of shared solitude. Perhaps us humans thinking about and realizing about our mortality, friends who were for a time now grapes of sour wine. But these last couple of verses are definitely getting away from the celebration of everything and more reality setting in of being a human that existed hundreds of years ago with no healthcare. Bridge. You who glow in deepest woe, let it be, retiree, the waters fine, sail carefree. Sail and seek the starbound key, calling you, calling me to be a part of your story on these strange islands. Pretty hard lyrics to interpret, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still getting a positive spin on things. It's really about sailing, exploring, looking for that happiness, that new connection to other humans. And it could be a message about trying to connect with people in today's world, where it is really hard to connect with people in the world of such rapidly advancing technology that we've forgotten sometimes to sail out into the world, put ourselves out there and make those new connections. Like where it says, you who glow in the deepest woe, let it be, retiree, the water's fine, so sail carefree. Encouraging us to still look for the wonder in the world and in new relationships. Be a part of your story on these strange islands. Yeah, get out there, guys. Pretty cool. You know, as this song gets discussed more, I'd like to see other people's take on it. Please let me know your take if you have any ideas. We're going to move on to the Antikythera Mechanism. And I believe I have a hint of what this song is about. I heard that one of the songs on the album was about the world's oldest ancient computer, which is really interesting. It's like an artifact that was discovered, and apparently it's a computer by definition. So let's see. Unearth a weave of a lost world. Your father's voice no more unheard. 60 times to the sun and back I return. Just imagine an awake tomorrow. Humankind reconciled. Human child undefiled. Navigate, celebrate. History, mystery, afterlife will arrive. Outermost reaches of human mind. Labyrinth, navigate, animate. Avatar of the tides, in the end to the stars. These lyrics are so cryptic. I'm really trying, guys, but I really think it's just continuing the general message of the last song. You know, you're getting the idea of time, distance, science. I would like it if these lyrics could just help me out a bit and just be a bit more specific. I know that this song is named after this ancient computer, and maybe it's getting at the capabilities that that computer had or what it was used for. But at the moment, I'm fairly lost, I'm not going to lie. Your father's voice no more unheard. That's sort of giving me Black Mirror vibes reminds me of an episode of Black Mirror when a deceased loved one is brought back from the dead because all of their data existed in the cloud. Could it be that this song is also getting at current technology? Let's continue. Post-chorus. Tools of mankind, all odds defied. This hour is ours, dare us dare. Tools of mankind, all odds defied. That's giving me more of an idea of us defying death and striving towards potential immortality with technology. Verse 2. From a brave old world, the days of yore, an ancient orrery reading the gods, aiming for truth, starbound. They saw, the library burns, prophets are crowned. Millennia of darkness for the fallow. So there's a couple of words that I have to look up here. The first is orrery. Orrery is a mechanical model of the solar system, or of just the sun, earth, and moon, used to represent their relative positions and motions. Okay, so there's this line, an ancient orrery reading the gods. Could the ancient orrery be the Antikythera Mechanism? I'm saying that as if I'm getting closer towards some kind of meaning, but I still feel really lost. Aiming for truth, starbound. They saw, the library burns, prophets are crowned. Aiming for truth, yeah, that is getting at the mechanism, the capabilities of the mechanism, their attempt to know things through this mechanism. Starbound. So it must have been some kind of sundial of sorts. You know, it read the patterns of the planets and the motion of the earth is what I'm getting. Millennia of darkness for the fallow. Fallow meaning farmland that is ploughed and harrowed but left unsown for a period in order to restore its fertility as part of a crop rotation or to avoid surplus production. What? Millennia of darkness for the fallow. Honestly, I think I know what that's getting at, which is the idea that, you know, we humans didn't really know that the earth revolved around the sun for the longest time. And those who did try to put that theory forward were ridiculed. And the millennia of darkness is all of the years of ignorance that we humans had of that simple fact. That's my best guess, anyway. Then there's the bridge. From Lucy's prince to those on the moon, and from the moon to the humankind. Lucy is an ape that was sent to the moon, right? No, sorry. Lucy was a fossil of the hominin species. So she was some kind of ape. Yeah, I think the song is just about humanity's desire to know more about the outer space, the planets specifically, the scientific steps that we've taken to get there. Is my best guess. Again, very hard to decipher these lyrics. Lucy was mentioned in The Greatest Show on Earth, so I'm wondering if there's a similar context there, or if that's just kind of intended as an Easter egg. I know Tumas did mention in the making of documentary that there were a lot of Easter eggs in these lyrics. We're moving on to the lyrics for the day of. I did hear that these lyrics were maybe controversial, so I am curious about these, and there's some annotations on them, which is good. Take shelter, skies are humming. Armageddon, second coming. War of the worlds, the end of history. Take shelter, floods are rising. The wrath of thunderous drumming. End of days for mankind and for your kin. Fill those empty moments, fear more. In this grave new world of 84. Fast death, last breath. AI to kill us all. Horse waste covering London. Martians among us. Y2K. Horde, all aboard, the end is near. Chorus. We are the ill-starred kids of your junkyard, the innocent islands unscarred, the moment of our nadir, so many times past the due date. Too late, gather up, it's the day of. Okay, I think this song is about fear-mongering, conspiracy theories, unfounded conspiracy theories, and just the unhinged behavior of online keyboard warriors in general, talking about the end of the world. You ought to fear World War III, you ought to fear a nuclear catastrophe, you ought to fear AI, aliens among us, you know, the lizards, the Illuminati. That's sort of what I'm getting at here. The moment of our nadir. What is nadir? The lowest point in the fortunes of a person or organization, right? So many times past the due date. This is about the main calendar, which predicted the quote-unquote end of the world. It could also be referring to the rapture in the Bible, the second coming of Jesus and all that, which was predicted, but in my opinion, clearly isn't going to happen. We'll see, of course. Verse 2. Purgatory, same old story. Cower before a caliphate glory. The big reed of today will gallow you. Keep you small. Here's a million ropes for the hangman. Nightmare, cavalcade for the Sandman. Mind virus, fear of the well-known. Keep us safe. We are too many for our mother. Crops will burn, so why bother? A new strain sent you back into your cave. Obey, stay away, cover up. Fear the words, feeding humanity. Hide the unshot guns and the crippled dancing. Okay, this verse has me a bit worried. A new strain sent you back into your cave. Clearly appears to be referencing COVID-19, but the way that line is phrased strikes me as COVID denial. Unfortunately, I really hope that's not what it's getting at. Because, a new strain sent you back into your cave. It's almost like the new strain is a fiction, a lie, told to keep you under wraps. I really hope that's not what it's getting at. Because I'm usually on board with Tuomas's general sentiments and opinions, but I would definitely have to depart from the message in this particular line. But then again, the rest of the lyrics are actually written in a more ironic way. You know what I mean? Like Armageddon, Second Coming, take shelter, skies are humming. Even like it's written from the perspective of someone that's very paranoid. So now that I think about it, I do think that a new strain sent you back into your cave is irony. That's how I'm choosing to read it anyway. But it does seem to make sense now that I look at it that way. There's some lines in here that I cannot figure out. Some more words I have to get the definition of. Gallow. I know what the gallows are, but what does gallow mean as a verb? It's not really a verb, but I guess it's used here as one. So yeah, it is referring to the gallows, a gallow. The big read of today will gallow you. Fear-mongering news outlets. Cavalcade. What's that again? A formal procession of people walking on horseback or riding in vehicles. Okay. Nightmare cavalcade for the Sandman. That's a cryptic line for sure. We are going to look at the annotations after I'm done reading through it myself. We are too many for our mother. That's an interesting one. Okay, chorus. Then there's a refrain. It's a long road to a dream world. All the pain and suffering to feel for. It's there, but yours is an empty sermon. Ah, yours is an empty hope. There's a little Easter egg there. Yours is an empty sermon. Like you're preaching so much of your bullshit, really, but there's no one there to listen to you, or there's no one there that should listen to you. Verse 3. Made up the sun rising, made sense of echoes flying, time for another fear made real, a need to feel dread, gloom, awe, a lust for never-ending doom porn, a man-shaped evil walks among us. Obey, stay away, cover up, fear the words, the feed the human beast, hide the unshot guns, the end is fear. I like that play in words, the end is fear. More allusions to conspiracy theories in the line, made up the sun rising, like, oh, someone just made that up. That's not based on science, right? Yeah, definitely starting to get it now. Okay, let's see the annotations, see if we were onto something. Okay, in a short posted to Nightwish's YouTube channel, Tuomas said the song is about fear-mongering and controlling people with fear. He adds, even though the world is still filled with problems that we need to address, we are being fed this nonsense constantly about you have to be afraid of the end of the world and we're living in the worst times ever. Yeah, I totally got that from the lyrics. As for the annotations, here's an interesting one. The horse waste covering London is apparently a reference to the Great Horse Manure Crisis of 1984, in which the Times supposedly predicted in 50 years, every street in London will be buried under 9 feet of manure. Looks like the conspiracy theories were always rampant throughout the ages. Y2K also was another one. And we are too many for our mother is getting at overpopulation. Crops will burn, so why bother? Is apparently relating to climate change. I'm not sure how. Maybe just saying, oh, well, if it's happening, it's not worth trying to stop anyway. Very interesting. Cool. Not sure why these lyrics would be considered controversial, as they make sense to me. I agree with them. if I have the right reading on them anyway, for the most part. The one line that I was worried about is that line about COVID, but I do think it's supposed to be ironic. Okay, we are going to skip the analysis for the lyrics of Perfume of the Timeless, as I've already done those lyrics. You can see my analysis to those in my old reaction to Perfume of the Timeless. I'll put a link in the description so you can go right to it if you need. So these are the lyrics for Sway. Child of mankind, of Yesterwynde, sway away the woe in us. A grateful soul never needed much. Emanate the heavens through your touch. I will say I'm getting a little bit tired of mankind this, mankind that. It's like at this point we get it. There's been about 3 albums worth of that word, mankind. I'm looking for us to start talking about something else. So in a way, I'm grateful that this is the final album in this trilogy. I'm looking forward to us moving on to other topics. Maybe in the next album, we could explore more fantasy elements again, like old school Nightwish. That's probably a pipe dream though. We'll see. So the chorus goes, sway over the mountaintops, soar over the swaying crops, adorn your garden with a perfect day, sway over the discontent, ghost stories in a tent, your house lands on the witch, see yourself. Once again, I get the impression that this song is about a celebration of life or encouraging people to live life to the fullest. Sway over the mountaintops, soar over the swaying crops. Now, honestly, I do feel like this is getting to be a little bit of a played out message in these albums. You know, we already have songs like Elan and My Walden, Alpenglow, I guess Harvest too. All of these songs have the same theme, which is go out and grab life by the horns, live it to the fullest extent. And it's a cute message, I do like it. But I'm kind of tired of hearing that now. Honestly, the musical ideas that these lyrics inspire are never usually that strong. It's always the darker lyrics, the more grittier stuff that results in the best music from Nightwish for me. But let's continue. It has begun to snow again in this perfect village home. The birds have flown, the birds have flown, where you rest your worn out wings. Some stories heal and some will scar. The big reveal awaits in awe. The big reveal awaits us all. The big reveal is obviously hinting at death. It awaits us all, and that is why you gotta live life to the fullest right now. Sway over the mountaintops, get that dance out of you. Over the mountaintops, sway away. Yeah, pretty simple, straightforward stuff. I wonder what the line, your house lands on the witch is getting at. I do know it's a reference to the Wizard of Oz. Maybe it's just kind of like, look at life like Oz. Be curious, be excited to explore, that kind of thing. Fair enough. Not the strongest song on the album, both musically and lyrics-wise. Let's move on to The Children of Atta. I think I might know what this song is about. Apparently there was a story about some boys who stole a ship and ended up wrecked on an island and survived for a period of time. I don't know if this is the song that it's about, but I assume it is. We have an intro in a language that I don't recognize. Maybe Google will help us out there. We'll translate. So there is a language detected, but it doesn't say what the language is. But basically, these lines mean, my breath is full of pain in the evening. The ocean has hapaxed you. Return home, my sons. Hapaxed? What the hell does that mean? Hapax. A word that only appears once in a work or of genius of literature. Interesting. Yeah, so this choir intro has confirmed that that's what this song is about. Verse 1. Still vastness in the horizon. 15 long months under mocking sun, land through us there, away from world. Plays to us music, yet unheard. We were there, we were there. Cool little reference to the greatest show on earth again there. Verse 2. Still vastness in our heartbeat. Solitude and woe tear us apart. Question mark. They say that man is the foulest beast, roaming the hills of self-deceit. But we came back, we came back. We are the ones to tell you why. The world of us, it will survive. Light a fire for the boat afar. Campsite Gaia, we are all the children of Atta. Just encouraging us adults to take a page out of the book of children and teenagers who have a bit more of that flair for mischief and exploration, doing stuff, seeing stuff. We are the ones to tell you why. I think that's from the perspective of the boys. The world of us, it will survive. Just remember to keep some childlike wonder in your life. Cute message. Verse 3. This guitar we built still chimes with hope. Never gave our souls to the carrion crows. Exactly. There was some level of innocence maintained in their soul. Every new day we saw the sunrise. Every new day we beat the Lord of Flies. We were there, we're still there. Very cute. Then there's an interlude in this language by the choir. Let's see what this means. Our prayer is to live. We're still labeling. We are the ones to tell you why. We are the ones. Our prayer is to live. We're still labeling. I think labeling is probably not what that word means. So I'm curious to know if anyone can confirm what it actually does mean. The word labeling doesn't seem to fit. Bridge. We're all here on an island of black seas. Red in tooth, red in claw, red in love, the passionate young. We're still here on an island of soon free. Learning to live. Yearning to give, the stranded, a ride back home. The lines red in tooth, red in claw, red in love, the passionate young could be a reference to the song While Your Lips Are Still Red, you know, living life to the full, while you're still young and you've got the energy. Cool. Cute lyrics, cute message. Let's move on to the next song, Something Whispered, Follow Me. This was my least favorite track, so I'm interested to see how the lyrics do. Came to be of this world, I see an open door. Her water is moonlight lit, her secret ancient lore. A cleanest slate untouched by a single wave or breeze, standing on a birthplace of a glorious yesterday. Then one day something whispered, follow me. One life, one strike to follow, something real. Once there was something hidden within me, stardust to dust, a tapestry in between. Wonder who she is in these lyrics. The only thing that I can guess these lyrics mean is about the first spark of life, where it goes, a cleanest slate untouched by a single wave or breeze. It could be alluding to even the creation of the earth itself out of nothing. But still pretty vague. Let's keep reading. Go find your mountain, go paint a forest blue. Go build a treehouse underground and a graveyard with a view. Never miss a perfect storm. Always follow the herd uncalled. Welcome the heaven sent. Silence of a thrilling fall. Again, more of that sentiment that I feel like is a bit tired now. Live your life to the full. Do this, do that. Paint a picture. Run a marathon. You know, I get it. But enough! That's enough now. Let's keep reading and see what else is going on. Yeah, it just keeps going, follow me, something in between, something whispered. Definitely the weakest song on the album, both lyrically and musically, but there could be something here I'm not getting, something very distinct and specific, but I doubt it. Let me know. We're moving on to Spider Silk. I remember quite enjoying this one musically. Hopefully the lyrics will give us something to nibble on. What did you weave during the moonlight hours? Did you create or did you wait and trap the unaware fly, sucking him dry? Where did you get that little cross on your back? Marked for life, a needle in a haystack, a labouring beast ready to feast. Spin away the delicate silver silk of your web on your masterpiece. Cut the thread once you're done with the newly dead and we've a new one. I like these lyrics a lot. Honestly, it's just about spiders, you know? And I love that. It's just about how cool spiders are. I've always been a fan of spiders. I love Spider-Man. I've actually got a huge comic collection of Spider-Man from when I was younger, and I refuse to sell them. They're kept safely away in a plastic container, but yeah, I love spiders. I've considered getting a pet spider even, although I think they're high maintenance, so we'll see about that, but it just seems to be a song about how cool spiders are. Let's keep reading. Verse 2. Spider silk, cocooned in unsung wonders. Motionless she looks for stolen moments, spinning away a mystery play. Emotionless she picks a life in waiting, cutting the yarn, another death creating. Spider silk, a beautiful spin. It's possible that the spider here is being used as a metaphor for something else, maybe a femme fatale of some sort, but I really do think it's just about spiders, and I'm perfectly happy with that. Then it goes, spin away, spin away, spin away, spin away. I wonder if this could be a reference to Swing Away, which is a reference to the movie Signs, but maybe that's a stretch. And it wouldn't really make sense thematically as far as I can tell. And that's about it. I like these lyrics. I like the song. Nothing too deep, I think, which is a relief, actually. Just some fun lyrics about spiders. And if it is getting at something deeper, I'm not going to be mad about that. But I am curious to know what that could be, if it's not just simply about our arachnid brethren. We're going to move on to Hiraeth. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. I think it was pronounced differently in the song, like Hiraeth or something like that. But what does Hiraeth mean? A deep longing for something, especially one's home. Okay, it starts. Beneath a cathedral of trees cloud high, step into this view, get that dance out of you. Get that dance out of you is a reference to an earlier song, maybe Sway. Chorus, never ending, longing for the what ifs, for a home that once was, for a ghost love lullaby, ever tending, watering the dead fields, living with the hurt, will tear the blue from shining eyes. I need to read more to really get a sense of the song. A beast still roams these hills, long to belong, bleeding birds singing songs. Nights filled with light we don't see, never-ending longing for what-ifs. It could be a song that's just about the general sense of feeling lost and missing home, obviously. I'm getting hints of the song Meadows of Heaven, which is a song that they wrote basically about, it's like a eulogy for childhood. This is an ever-present theme in Nightwish's music. Missing childhood, missing innocence. This particular song is on the more sad side, where it's really about the hopelessness of never truly being able to experience those times again. It says here, ever tending, watering the dead fields. You're feeding the fantasy of what used to be your youth, but it truly is not there anymore, and that's the sad part about it. Living with the hurt will tear the blue from shining eyes. And I think that line is just saying, actually, we do need to let the good times go in order to be present and to be truly happy, because living with that hurt, that things aren't how they used to be, will suck the life out of you, really. And I like that. I like that part of the message, because while I do appreciate Nightwish's songs about the loss of innocence and childhood, it's not good to dwell on that forever. So if these final lines are getting at what I think they're getting at, which is we have to accept reality as is and move on, then I'm all for it, to be honest. Okay, we are moving on to The Weave. First cry, language of the unheard. Old ghosts dancing to a new birth, knit from souls vanished long gone. Into one, a reaper's sideshow. First step, open gates to homesteads. Last thought, innocent and unscathed. 10th spring, sirens knitting mindscapes. Passion of the young anchors away. He of myriad songs, of a lifelong call, cries its moment to the stars. Rips a withering heart to fall apart, the unweaving has begun. Once again, I find myself initially at a loss. Is it about death? He of myriad songs, of a lifelong call, cries its moment to the stars. Rips a withering heart to fall apart, the unweaving has begun. Really cannot figure out this one, I'll be honest. The first verse seems to allude to so many different things, and I can't join the dots yet. Let's continue. So what's interesting is that verse 2 is verse 1 in reverse. That's really interesting. That is a good representation, of course, of something being unwoven. It's basically about something that is created and then is uncreated, something that moves forward and then backward. The cycle of life, simply. Old ghosts dancing to a new birth, knit from souls vanished long ago. Could be getting at the idea of reincarnation. Yeah, it's something to do with that. It's the cycle of life, or how there's always a cause and effect. Energy can't be created nor destroyed. It's always moving from one place to the next. You can't have one without the other, the yin and yang. And in that sense, that is represented well by a weave, right? Or a cross stitch. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Interesting to write a whole song about that concept. But I'm glad, because this, I feel, was one of the stronger songs of the album. And I wonder now if the reverse nature of the lyrics is represented in the music. So I'm curious to hear it again. There is that last high note sung by Floor, which is simply the word light. And I'll be damned if I know what that means in the context of the theme in this song. Oh, I see. So in the intro, she says light 2. So yeah, it is a like complete, it's like a circle. Maybe not a circle, but a back and forth of sorts. Very niche. I like these lyrics. Okay, we have one song left, which is Lanternlight. Let's get into it. Verse 1. Gone is the hurt, the weight. Gone is the warmth of day. A stray boat saved. Happy memories engraved. On into a velvety night beneath a lantern light. Last night brought the heaviest of snows, melting the songs of old. Tying the boat, write a new one soon. Sending me to the drowning moon, far above a lantern light. I need to keep reading. Verse 2. I'm in the light and flood, I'm in the four winds. I am the waves shaping, pebbles, flawless gems. I am the snow on your palm. I am the secret stream, moss beneath your feet. I am you who climbed off of my back not long ago. A sheltered song in a world now gone, petrichor the timeless. So the line, I am you who climbed off my back not long ago, is a reference to the song Our Decades in the Sun from Endless Forms Most Beautiful. And that song is about our parents. It's a song dedicated to our parents and the relationship between children and their caretakers. But the line is phrased like, I am you who climbed off of my back not long ago. Like you're saying to your child, I'm you and I guess you are me, which is actually part of the lyrics for Our Decades in the Sun. But this song also has lines like, I am the secret stream, the moss beneath your feet. Once again, I think getting into the territory of finding beauty in simple things in life. Are we really back at that straightforward live, laugh, love message again? It seems so, I'm not going to lie. I can't gather what else this song could be about yet, but let's see what the bridge says. Turn loose the swaying boat. I do believe that's a reference to Turn Loose the Mermaids from the Imaginarium album. Turn loose the swaying boat, meltwater, sound of spring. I hear our song now, sung by the free. For 1,000 more tomorrows of an incomplete weave, to the meadows I go, I'll be waiting for you, once upon a lantern light. I walk now toward the trees, I am the secret stream, the night falling at my feet into the forest of Yesterwynde. Okay, this song is most certainly about death or someone dying, a loved one dying, and that being a positive thing, a beautiful moment. It's making more sense to me now, where the first verse is, gone is the hurt, the weight, gone is the warmth of day. So all the positive things are gone, but all the negative things are gone too. Last night brought the heaviest of snows, melting the songs of old, sending me to the drowning moon far above a lantern light. Yeah, it's just about someone passing away peacefully and saying goodbye to all that stuff. The line, last night brought the heaviest of snows, reminds me of the line, with first snow I'll be gone, from the song Higher Than Hope from the Once album. And that song is about a fan of theirs who got cancer and unfortunately passed away. And I do really like how the song ends. I walk now toward the trees, the night falling at my feet into the forest of Yesterwynde. That's just, walking into the light. I feel like the line, I walk now toward the trees, is really quite touching. It's a very peaceful and mysterious piece of imagery that we would all love to picture our loved ones doing once they pass away, because I guess the forest is such a peaceful and mysterious picture that it's such a perfect choice for a metaphor. So I'm really into the lyrics for this song, actually, now that I reconsider them. They're a bit darker than the rest of the album, and actually the music reflects that quite well too. Very pretty, very cool. A strong end to the album. Lyrically, anyway, I don't know if the song itself is totally my thing. Time will tell. Okay, that about concludes my analysis of Yesterwynde by Nightwish. Thank you guys for sticking with me. This has been a lot of fun, a really special moment for me. to dive deep into the new album from my favorite band of all time. I look forward to digesting this album more and seeing how I feel about it in the coming weeks, coming months. But let me know your thoughts. How did you guys feel about this album as a whole and song to song and the lyrics? There's a lot to talk about, a lot to chew on. Again, I am on Patreon if you'd like some more exclusive Nightwish content. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much and take care.